Vincent, family leader, steps out for the first time this season. On Sunday, you rode him in a recent trial. How's he come back from the break?
It feels good. At the trials, he felt really well. So hopefully, distance showed him as well. So hopefully, he can win.
You won on him last time out. He did a couple of placings leading into that win. In that win, he had the blinkers on for the first time. Did that spark him up?
I think so, because he's a very lazy horse. But he never stopped. But if you stop on him, he will stop. But you just need to keep pushing him. But hopefully the blinkers did help, and he feel good with it. Yeah.
You've ridden him over 1,650, win over 1,800 metres, also raced over 2,200 metres. Is the 1,800 metres his pet distance, do you think?
You can run, 22 is fine for him as well. But, at least 18, I think.
And he switches from Happy Valley to Sha Tin. Any concerns for you there?
Probably better because longer straight. And, I think it's no problem for him.
Joe, REGENCY Gem, he's a horse you've done a lot of work on over the off-season. First up, was he a bit unlucky not to win that race?
I wouldn't say very unlucky. There was few things that went on in the race, and he just could not overcome the situation. But since then, he has done very well. As you would have checked, I've been on him in most of his gallops, and he seems to be holding his good condition. And hopefully, if he performs at his best once again, I think he's going to be right there.
This is his right distance?
I believe so. Unfortunately, the gate is not as good as before, but from his first run for the season, he kind of indicated to us that he's kind of a little bit of a versatile type of a horse. In the past, he has showed his speed. In his last run, he has actually didn't jump very well, so he ended up being at the back. But he nearly got there, and I think this time it's not just going to be nearly. I think he's going to be able to make it.
Raging Storm, Joe. He's had 5 wins in his career. You've been on board for all of them. What's the important thing with this horse to get him right in these races?
He's not an easy horse to ride. If people remember his first few runs in Hong Kong, he kind of snaked around with me, in and out, and kind of refused to run under pressure for not being so secure and feel comfortable among horses. But he has been improving. He has won some of the races coming from behind, come from midfield. That's the most difficult part of him. He's not a horse that you can have him on the hand all the way through the race. But when he gets to a split and he feels himself into a nice gap between, nice space, he dashes home and he's very strong on the line. His last run last season was very good, very impressive. He should have won the race. He also had a little bit of excuse during the race. And if he produces the best that he's got, I definitely think he's a winning chance.
Has he got better with age and with maturity?
No doubts. He has improved as the time went by. And as I said, if he really brings his A game, he's going to be right there.
You rode him in a recent trial. When you look at his record, he's never won fresh. Is he the type of horse that can perform fresh, or does he need a couple of runs to find form?
To be very honest, he might need few runs to show the best of himself, but nothing of like being positive and hope that he goes there and do his best. It's going to be a very tricky race because he's very unlikely to be able to challenge them all for pace because it's going to be a fast run race. But as I said, he's one of the best horses in the class, and if he brings his best, it's going to be right there.
Chad, ASSIMILATE, we haven't seen him at the trials this season. He runs for the first time on Sunday, so you're the best guide for us. How's he come back from the break?
Yeah, really good. Obviously, he raced deep into last season, so a lot of residual fitness there. Jimmy didn't feel the need to trial him, and his work has been really good. He's definitely fit enough to go and run a good race.
He'd been knocking on the door on a few occasions last season. Can you see Sunday being the day for him?
Hopefully. His last 3 runs have all been really good. He's got a good finish on him, and last start he hit the line really strongly off of a very slow speed. So if he happens to get a bit of pace up front, he'll produce a big finish.
Is that the way to ride him, get back and run on?
It is. He can miss the start, which doesn't help, but hopefully we can utilise the good gate tomorrow have him a bit closer and give him less to do.
Lotus Breeze, Prawn yeah, a couple of wins for you in the last week. You'd be happy with the way things are ticking over for you?
Yeah, I've had a couple of winners. It's only been 3 meetings, but I've had 2, so yeah, hopefully we can just pick up and keep rolling.